First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Chicago Bears. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. There's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing here, Trubisky. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
1st and 10 at the 43.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 45-yard line.
Good. 180. Check 55, Mike. You got nothing to run. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, turn it up, turn it up. Hey. Topper.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
Check 4, check 4. Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
On 2nd and 11 now, Jackson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown.
was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36.
Here we go. 36-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Too low, 53 for Mike. 53. In your face. Mike, 53. 53.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Roquan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Jackson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Roquan Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. Now this is fielded in the end zone. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
It's been a long day for you. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56.
This time, Trubisky will throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
But to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline. And now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pick it up. Show it up. Kill. He's coming. Double up. Go. Double up. Hey, Samuel. On the ball.
They'll try the right side with Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 36-yard line.
Jackson from the shotgun. Buying time to his left. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Bears 7, Cowboys nothing.
Doug, 180. Man, Doug. I'm trying to collect. Watch it.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Let's go. Alert.
19 yards.
Use your quarter.
That's good.
Alert.
On first down, it's Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen. Touchdown number 18 on the year as the Bears push further out in front. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check. Tighten up. Check, go. Check, 53 is mine. You ain't going nowhere. 53 is the mic. 53 is the
Now it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, He needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Alert, 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 alert. Check. Hey, box truck. Under coach. Alert 3, alert 3.
They'll run on second down with Cohen. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Time to go, night. 50. Check 53. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day. Shoot. Check 31. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jordan Evans make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
Rush in.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Come to me. Like 13. Let's go. You got tape.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. William Jackson with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Check.
A first down carry by Elliott. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
From the 40 now on second down. Jackson, there goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. In for the score as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bears 14, Cowboys 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one taken from the 7. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1 minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now it's Trubisky. Robinson's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
First and 10
Whip.
at the 42-yard line.
Watch the whip. Boom. Alert. Man out. SOS.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tariq Cohen with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Bears push further out in front.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strap.
It's caught inside the 25. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Jim. Check. Bang. Hey, switch gears.
Elliott. first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 17th touchdown now on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
At the 44-yard line.
Set, ready. Touchdown. 53. Get that quarterback. Watch the
Jackson on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Jackson now. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Here's Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact,
and for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Cooper was the target there. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Red, go. Check.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He's got his tight end, Burton. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
On first down, Trubisky. He fights him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Linval Joseph busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
18. Hey, Zoo.
Here's Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Red, General West. Hey, 18.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson now to throw again. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Jackson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jordan Evans in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now it's Jackson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And now here is another interception. He's picked off near his own 48. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson. This one caught by Davis.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing on, fellas. Woo! Let's get it.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 3.
53 to Mike. 53 to Mike. Record. Mike, 53.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab.
Let's go.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3 and out. Jackson now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Slam. He's coming.
Here's Elliott. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
At the Bears' 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the gun, Jackson. Forced out to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. It's caught by Davis. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Big air. Check. Check. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Alert 3.
This is Elliott. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
I'm going back to you. 53, Mike.
Operating from the gun, Jackson, and that's Elliott, complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
53 to Mike. Check 53. Man, I got you.
From the gun, Jackson. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Again, it's Cohen. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
10. Check 3.
On 1st down, it's Cohen. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Check safety. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 31. Watch the twist. Rush in. Go.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go, D. 53 at the mic. Here we go. Alert flare.
To throw is Jackson. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That one complete to Elliott. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
That gets them the first down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
First down, Cowboys.
On the double. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Will. I don't even know why this team's. Watch twist. Watch hard. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Throwing now is Jackson. They will find Davis. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
On second down, it's Elliott. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Elliott. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. He's hit on his one earlier attempt tonight, but this a little more pressure-packed for the win. And that is no good. No good. Wide to the left. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are
hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Ed Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Slam. Ran, touch.
Now Cohen. And some room to work. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So 3rd down coming up. And, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does 4-down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you've got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll only get this to about... The 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain.
6 yards. It's 4th down.
So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down.
Alert!
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a 1st down. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock.
And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.